Hey guys, and welcome back to another video where today I'm going to be predicting the semi-final playoff matches for the qualification for the World Cup 2022 in Qatar. Now, originally we had 6 matches to predict, but of course everybody knows that 2 of these matches, or one of them, has been cancelled altogether, with Poland getting a bye into the final playoff match, and the game between Scotland and Ukraine has been put back to June. But we do have 4 remaining matches to predict, the first of which is Italy at home against North Macedonia, and this takes place in Palermo's Stadio Barbara. Now, in qualification, Italy finished runners-up in Group C, whereas North Macedonia finished runners-up in Group J. Italy, of course, are the current European champions, although they didn't actually qualify for the World Cup finals in 2018. If they don't qualify for the 2022 World Cup, it'll be the first time in their history where they haven't actually qualified for back-to-back World Cups. As for North Macedonia, Euro 2020 was their first and only qualification for a major tournament in their short history. Looking at Italy's last 5 matches, they've drawn away against Northern Ireland 0-0, a 1-1 draw at home against Switzerland, a 2-1 win against Belgium, which was a very good result, a loss at home against Spain, and a 5-0 victory over Lithuania. As for North Macedonia, their last 5 matches, they had a very good 3-1 victory over Iceland at home in the World Cup qualifiers, a 5-0 away win against Armenia, a 4-0 loss at home against Germany, a 4-0 away victory against Liechtenstein, and a 0-0 draw against Romania. As for team news, well, for Italy, Giovanni Di Lorenzo has been forced to withdraw through injury. There's also slight injury doubts on Giorgio Chiellini and also Leonardo Boschini. Alessandro Bastoni could deputise, probably for Chiellini though. As for North Macedonia, they will be without 2 key midfielders in the guise of Eljif Elmas and also Fimar, I think I've pronounced that first name correctly, Kostadinov, who were both suspended. Massive issues there in the middle of midfield for North Macedonia. So for my prediction, surely this has got an Italian win written all over this, even though there are concerns about that Italian defence. I think it's going to be a very, very tight game. Can't see North Macedonia getting a goal in this one, even though they've scored a hat load recently in the qualifiers, etc. So I'm going to go for a narrow win for Italy in this one, and I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to the Azzurri, especially when you consider the experience in that Italian lineup of Verratti, Immobile and Insigne. In the next semi-final, we see Portugal taking on Turkey in Porto at the Estadio de Dragão. Portugal, of course, were runners-up in Group A, and Turkey were runners-up in Group G. Now, for Portugal, they have a number of injury worries. Ruben Dias and Ruben Neves have both been ruled out through injuries. João Cancelo is out through suspension. Pepe, in the heart of that defence, will also miss out after testing positive for COVID. Turkey, though, have no injury concerns or suspension worries as well, and Mert Mulder is actually back from suspension for this match. Since Euro 2020, Turkey have suffered defeat just the once in 7 games, and that was 6-1 against Holland. As for a prediction in this match, I can see the Portuguese coming through this with the massive array of talents that they can call on. However, I do see Turkey scoring in this one, so I'm going to go for a narrow 2-1 victory to Portugal in Porto in this fixture. The next semi-final sees Sweden at home taking on the Czech Republic. Of course, Sweden have an excellent home record there in Sweden. This match actually takes place at the Friends Stadium in Stockholm. Sweden finished their campaign as runners-up in Group B, whereas Czech Republic finished 3rd behind the likes of Wales and Belgium in Group E. As for team news, Sweden have both Emil Kraf and Zlatan Ibrahimovic both suspended for this fixture. For the Czech Republic, massive blow up top where Patrick Schick has been ruled out with a calf injury, but the highly rated Adam Hojsek maybe drafted in to fill his boots. The Czech Republic, of course, had a very good Euro 2020 campaign. Sweden did all right as well in that tournament, you could say as well. I'm really excited to see Alexandra Isak again of Real Sociedad. He featured in the Euros as well. 6'4", looks a real force up front for the Swedes. But I'm gonna side with the Czechs with this one, even though they're missing the likes of Patrick Schick up front. Sweden strong at home. It could go either way this one, but I'm going to go for a 2-1 away victory to the Czech Republic. The fourth and final semi-final sees Wales take on Austria at the Cardiff City Stadium, and myself and Nathan will be in attendance for this fixture. Nathan will be recording a vlog of the night, and at the moment I'm really nervous but really looking forward at the same time to this fixture. Wales of course finished second in Group E, and Austria finished fourth in Group F, and they qualified through the Nations League of course. Gareth Bale, it's been noted and well written throughout the media that he's only played 77 minutes of competitive football since November. Wales will also be without goalkeeper Danny Ward, Kiefer Moore up top and Joe Morrell in midfield. But the likes of Ampadu should come into the side, although with Ampadu we do worry a little time he gets a little bit over exuberant and picks up a yellow card whenever he seems to play. Austria, on the other hand, look to have a fully fit starting 11, where you've got the likes of Sabitzer in midfield and Marko Arnautovic up front, looking to cause Wales all sorts of problems. Arnautovic has had a pretty decent season in Serie A, notching 10 goals in 27 appearances in all competition. For Wales, probably the pace of Dan James and Neco Williams will cause Austria all sorts of problems tomorrow evening. And when you consider the X factor of Gareth Bale, his free kicks and his direct running, he's going to cause the Austrians all sorts of issues. Of course, you've got Aaron Ramsey, who always rises to the occasions in these big games as well. So as for a prediction, you've got to say the Welsh home crowd, some of the best fans in European football, possibly in the world, right behind this Welsh side. In defence, will they be able to keep Arnautovic out? Not so sure, but I'm going to go for a 2-0 scoreline in this fixture, and which will see Wales either play the Ukraine or Scotland in that final, probably in June. But those are my predictions for these semi-final fixtures. Leave your predictions in the comment section below. I'll tot them up, and I'll probably do a little short video in the next week or so shouting out who has got the most points. 3 points for a correct scoreline and 1 point for a correct result. So as I said earlier, myself and Nathan are going to be at that Wales versus Austria match. There will be a vlog coming out on Nathan's channel, but for now I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. If you did like it as well, make sure you click that thumbs up button, and I'll see you all in the next video.